this is not a love letter. I bought like 5 official sheets. Final GPA of 4.25. Don't go and be using words that even you don't understand. I knew about his wife, literally. Not drama. Don't go and copy and paste. I'm rooting for you. Saying your whole family problems. Back in the university, I was a professional painter. Thank you very much for considering my application. I am becoming God's prodigy. I am becoming God's prodigy. Hi, hello. Welcome back, my OG Bobbies. But if you are new, hi. My name is Betty. Welcome to Bits of Betty, the little corner of the internet where we smile, cry, overthink, and somehow make it funny. So in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how to write a motivation letter for your German student visa. And I will break down how I wrote mine and what I included. If you're applying for a German student visa, you should know this step is very, very important. It's not just a formality, but your chance to explain yourself beyond grades and certificates. I'm going to walk you through the structure, what the visa officer is actually looking for, and the BFAA, what not to write, and the exact approach I used in mine. So make sure to watch to the end because I'm going to share common mistakes that get people rejected. So to begin with, let's get some understanding here. What is a motivation letter? A motivation letter for a German student visa is not a sponsorship letter, and it's not the same as the one you used in applying to your university. The visa officer is not just asking, why are you applying to this course? They are asking, why Germany? Why this course? Why now? And most importantly, what will you do after? They want to see that you are a genuine student, not someone just wanting to japa. Or that might sound so funny, but anyways, not someone just wanting to, migrate permanently using a student visa without a plan. Next is the structure I followed. I will take you through the structure and the main parts of my motivation letter. So for the German student visa, you will need a handwritten motivation letter. I included the typed one as well. The 5 main structural sections of my motivation letter were: number 1 is the header section, which had my address, the date, and the embassy address. Number 2 is the subject line, which is basically motivation letter underlined. Number 3 is the salutation, which is dear sir or madam. Number 4 is the body paragraphs, which is the main content of the motivation letter. Then number 5, closing section, which had the conclusion, the appreciation, sign off, signature, and my name. Now to the main parts of the motivation letter. This is also very crucial when writing your motivation letter for the German student visa. 1 is the introduction and purpose, which has to do who you are, program admitted to, and request for student visa. Because that's the main point of the motivation letter. You are requesting for a student visa. Then number 2 of the part is your academic background, which has to do with the school you've completed. And in my motivation letter number 2, I added my final GPA. And the third part of my motivation letter is my entrepreneurial and professional experience. For my master's program, I needed that and I had experiences in that. So I added. The fourth one had to do with why the university and the program I chose, I was admitted to. And the fifth one was my career goals and my impact for Ghana. I will actually read the motivation letter out so that you just know how I structured it, okay? The sixth one, which is the last part of my motivation letter, my conclusion, my readiness, personal strength, and then appreciation. Now, this is how my motivation letter looks like. I used an official paper. Okay, so when you go to the bookshops in Ghana, you just request for official sheets or official paper. It looks like this. I had it on my phone. I didn't have the actual one, so I printed it colored in just exactly how I wrote it. Okay, so the official paper looks like this. It has a red line at the top, double red lines at the top, and blue lines just through to guide your writing. Okay, and this is how it is. It's very long. So I had a full page of it and then another page of it. The last page was just my name and my signature, and then yours sincerely. Now let me just read through my motivation letter and then point out the structures and the main part to you. So first of all, the header section. My address was on the, if the sheet is facing you and you are writing, your address is going to be on the right side, okay? Then the embassy address will be on the left side. I'm just going to take you through mine, okay? Yeah. So my address was there, my name, PO Box, then Accra, Ghana. Then you leave a line. I left a line, then wrote my date, right in line with the address, my address, okay? On the left side is going to be the embassy address. So I have the visa officer, just visa officer, then Embassy of the Federal Republic of Germany, then PO Box GP 1757, then Accra, Ghana. So with a structure 2, which is the subject line, you have the motivation letter as your heading in the middle, then you underline. So you leave one line right after the address, then you write it in the middle and then underline. Right under the motivation letter is your salutation, which is the third structure. So dear sir stroke madam, comma, then you leave one line, okay, and come down to start with your body paragraphs, okay? I don't know if it's necessary, but I leave a little space before the beginning of my paragraph. Now, let's come to the part of the motivation letter. The first part is the introduction and purpose. My name is 𝓑.𝓑, a Ghanaian who is passionate about entrepreneurship and sustainable development. I've been accepted into the 2-year English Thought Master of Entrepreneurship program at 𝓑.𝓑 University. I am writing to respectfully request a student visa that would allow me to pursue this academic opportunity, which directly aligns with my long-term professional goals and previous experience. So do you see how I ended that first paragraph? Like I said, the introduction and purpose has to do with you introducing yourself, the program admitted to, and you requesting for a visa to study that program in Germany. Now, the second paragraph, in 2023, I earned a BSc in Family and Consumer Sciences from the University for Development Studies, Ghana, graduating with an FGPA, which is final GPA, of 4.25. Throughout my studies, I actively applied my knowledge in both academic and practical settings. Notably, I founded Millet Kenkey Hub, a healthier millet-based alternative to traditional kenkey, good for individuals with diabetes. This venture was recognized as a finalist in the Vice Chancellor's Business and Innovation Competition, affirming my passion for solving real-world problems through innovation. Did you see what I did there? So I spoke about my BSc and my FGPA. Then I spoke about a key entrepreneurial experience I had back in school, which is opening a venture, and what came out of that venture. Did you get? These things are very important because they catch their attention. It's the reason why you want to go and do that master's program. If you are doing a bachelor, you can also link them, okay? Link the things you did, your experiences back in senior high and all that, your leadership experiences and all that. All right. To the third paragraph, which has to do with the program I've been admitted to, the experiences I've had pertaining to that program. Do you get? It should link. That's what I'm saying, that don't just chunk everything inside your motivation letter. Pick out key ones that links to your master's program or the program you've been admitted to, being it a bachelor or a master's program. So here I wrote, growing up in Ghana, I gained first-hand entrepreneurial experience by supporting my single mother through selling of local drinks and pastries to fund my education. This early exposure laid the foundation for later ventures in food, jewelry, and painting. Back in the university, I was a professional painter. I still am, just have not had the chance to, make use of it. But yeah, that was my side hustle. Aside the main business I was doing, which is the Millet Kenkey Hub, I was painting for people. I was painting hostels, painting companies and all that, okay? The very key one was Sally's Cafe back on campus. Let's continue. After graduation, I served as a dietitian assistant during my national service, where I applied my nutrition background to support community health. I further deepened my expertise through professional training in business management, business analytics, and AI tools for innovation with the goal of creating scalable and sustainable business solutions in Africa. So here I added my certificates that I gained after university. I did some short courses in business management, business analytics, and AI tool for innovation. And I added it there. Do you hear what I did there? So yeah. Then the next paragraph, which has to do with the course you chose and the university and why Germany. And these were in 2 paragraphs because I didn't want the motivation letter to just, be very long. So I read, I chose the Masters of Entrepreneurship program at the University of 𝓑.𝓑 because it strongly aligns with my vision of building sustainable and socially driven enterprises. The program offers hands-on learning in areas such as founding a company, growth strategies, corporate and international entrepreneurship, all of which are critical for launching and managing impactful ventures. The faculty's expertise, including professors like Prof. Dr. Michael Grau, and the program's strong practical orientation makes it an ideal fit. So in that paragraph, I spoke about the reason I chose that program, and I spoke about some key courses in that particular semester. And I also spoke about a very important lecture in that program. Do you get? Yeah. So that's what I'm saying, that if you really want to go abroad and study, you need to do a lot of research. Ask me how I got the names of them. I did lots of research, okay? This professor, I knew about his wife, literally. I read a lot about him. I knew about the papers he had published. I knew about the courses that he teaches and all that. Like, I knew a lot of things about my professors, okay? So yeah, you need to do a lot of research. The next paragraph. The program directly links with my previous work and aspirations. With my background in consumer sciences, entrepreneurship, and social innovation, the master's degree will equip me with advanced tools to tackle key challenges in Ghana, such as youth unemployment, food insecurity, and women's empowerment. Germany's education system, known for its quality and affordability, provides the perfect environment to develop these competencies. So do you get? I spoke about my vision, why I want to study that program, and why Germany. Now to the next paragraph, I said, upon completion of the program, I am committed to returning to Ghana to build enterprises that promote nutrition, generate jobs, and empower undeserved communities. My long-term vision includes expanding Millet Kinky Hub into a sustainable enterprise, launching a business incubator for young entrepreneurs, and influencing policies that foster innovation and equity. That was how I ended that paragraph. Now we are done with the reason, the main point of your motivation letter. That is it. Just don't go and add plenty things. I'm saying that again. Okay, to the conclusion, I said, with a strong work ethic, adaptability, eagerness to learn, and deep sense of responsibility, I am confident in my ability to succeed in the program, excel academically, and ultimately return home to contribute meaningfully to Ghana's development. So I pointed that out because through all the side hustles and the entrepreneurial experiences I had in university, I still excelled. So yeah, even if the community or the country is tough on me and all that, I will still excel. That is how I made that point. To the appreciation, I said, thank you very much for considering my application. I look forward to your positive response. That was just it. I did not oh, thank you very much. You've given the visa. No, I didn't say anything. It was just a line. So right after that, I left 2 lines, okay, and wrote yours sincerely, comma, signature right beneath the yours sincerely in the middle, then my full name. And that was it. It ended my motivation letter. Nothing more, nothing less. Yeah. And now that we've tackled my motivation letter, let's talk about the mistakes to avoid. Please pay key attention to this part, okay? Most of us, when we are writing motivation letters or statement of purpose, we go to the internet, ChatGPT, go and write me a motivation letter for this and this and that, and it will give you a generic motivation letter. See, these people know what ChatGPT knows. If you don't know, I'm telling you this. They have read a lot of motivation letters, so they know the structure. They know when it is generic, okay? Tailor it to your personal experience. Tailor it to your personal needs, and do not head to. You can let it guide you. I'm not gonna lie, AI guided me, okay? Like I said, you do a lot of research. I did not focus on ChatGPT. I watched videos, YouTube videos. I searched on the internet. I searched on my school's page. Do not focus on AI. Let it guide you in the structure, in the format, but do not let your content be from AI. Don't go and copy and paste. Next mistake to avoid. Don't go and write with so much emotions. This is not a love letter. Don't sound too needy. Make your points clear but firm. Do you get? Don't go and be begging. Don't go and be putting too much emotions. Don't go and be saying your whole family problems. The next mistake to avoid is don't make grammatical mistakes. Don't give them reason to reject you. Proofread your motivation letter 100 times if need be. Do you know the number of times I proofread mine? Let people also proofread it for you. I had 2 people to proofread it, 3 people to proofread it for me, okay? And I proofread it like so many times, okay? So please avoid mistakes. And when you're writing the motivation letter, do not be canceling. Through mine, to be honest with you, I canceled just twice. It's not that I started writing and it was just smooth. I bought like 5 official sheets, because if I cancel more than 2 times, I'll go and buy another one and write. If I cancel more than 2 times, so I wanted to make sure that the cancellation in the motivation letter would just be twice. And yeah, I achieved it, but it didn't come easy. Yes. Now, if you're writing your motivation letter, don't contradict your documents. Some documents that you cannot attest for or you cannot prove, don't go and write it in there, because when you go for interview, they will ask you. Don't go and add every document that you've achieved in the motivation letter. Only include what is linked to your program that you are going to study, okay? Things that you cannot prove for, don't add them. 2023, I had an experience in business innovation. When you can't prove that, there is no certificate to prove that you had an experience in that. If you can't defend yourself during the interview, do not add it to your motivation letter. Everything must align with your application. My final advice for you is that be genuine, be honest. This letter is about clarity, not drama. Don't go and be dramatic in your letter, please. And just so you know, you don't need big English. So please, don't go. It doesn't mean that if you want to use the big English, fine, but just flow logically. Please, don't go and be using words that even you don't understand. And then when you are done with your motivation letter, and you read it, ask yourself, if you were the visa officer, how would you see this motivation letter? Does it look genuine? Does it sound genuine to you? Let someone read it and then see if it is genuine, okay? So if this video helped you, please, what are you waiting for? Like, okay? Click the subscribe button. Comment every confusion there. I'm going to respond to it. And also, whatever you want me to make a video on, write it in the comment section, okay? And I'll see if I can make a video on it. If you are currently applying for the German student visa, I'm rooting for you, okay? Germany is possible. So please, hit that subscribe button right now, because I've got so many stories to share about Germany life, student life, vlogs, and the little bits of Betty in between. So stay tuned, stay blessed, stay kind, and remember, God's grace always finds a way. Mwah.
Look what you created. Everything surrounding me, you made it. Everything so beautiful, the way it flows together. I think